Well, hello and good evening to everyone and all my fellow musical minions out there. It is CJP, your host for the Forgotten OneCast. Tonight, we are flying solo, and we are going to be talking about using Cakewalk, which is the DAW that I use for all of my electronic music production, just because it's a lot friendlier with VSTs than Pro Tools happens to be, which is what I use for when I'm doing actual live instrument recording. So that's going to be what we're just gonna try to make some music tonight, and kind of show you around the program and show you some of the VSTs that I use, and let's see if we can make some musical magic. No one out there in the chat yet, which is not a shocker. For anyone who's going to watch the replay, we are affiliated with Coffee Brand Coffee, so this is my shill segment moment. So you can go to Coffee Brand Coffee, and you can get 10% off of your purchase with the promo code CJP. The Coffee Brand Coffee, great coffee, no gimmicks. They do have a couple new flavors that they've put out. They do have the pumpkin pie. Not exactly, I'm not a pumpkin guy, but I know pumpkin spice is basically cocaine for white women, so And then they do have spiced jack-o'-lantern. They also have teas. They have a bunch of tea options. So it's not just coffee, but it's also great coffee run by a great American individual. All the coffees, packaged and processed here. There's no gimmicks. They don't care who you vote for. They don't care what you believe in. They just want you to enjoy a cup of coffee, which I can't blame them. So, Cakewalk currently is owned by Band Labs. It's a company. They bought it from Gibson, who had bought it from when Cakewalk was owned by themselves. And Gibson was like, "Yeah, no, we're hemorrhaging money. We're just going to get rid of this program. We're never going to use it." And thankfully, Band Labs came in and saved it, and actually turned it into a free DAW. So it's got all the features that the Sonar versions had, the professional versions. They haven't skimped on anything, and they are constantly updating it and keeping it fresh, and making sure any bugs are worked out, and adding features as they go along. So it's been a great program. I've used it since Cakewalk Express 8.0, which I believe was around 2004 or 5, if not younger than that. I've had a copy of it for quite a long time because it came with my Creative Sound Blaster audio card that I used to use back in the day. So what I'll do is we're just going to bring up the program here, and it's like Master Tulsa is in the chat. Oh, thank you, Master Tulsa. I think you're the only one in the chat, so you're going to be kind of speaking into the void there. But here we go. Share screen, window, Cakewalk. Hopefully it shares the audio with it. If it doesn't, I'm going to be annoyed. Okay. Oh, it does that thing where you have to see the other windows. It's so annoying. Oh, well, won't let me show it. So unfortunately, it doesn't show all the screens, which is kind of an annoyance. But when you get started, it does give you several options. You can do just a blank project, so it doesn't have any masterings, tools, or anything else. So it's just a blank slate. You can do a basic, which has one audio, one MIDI. You can do a 4-track, 16-track, one that's specifically set up for guitar amps or vocals. So I'm just going to start with, let's start with just the basic, so we can get the UI up. So this is the layout. Of course, being modern projects, you can do different color schemes. This is just the one I happen to enjoy. They do have a darker one with an orange-ish coloring to it, which is a lot of fun. But this is just the one I've known for years, and it's the one I'm used to. But the layout's pretty standard for your DAW. You've got your editing controls, your snap twos, your tracking control, monitoring your your tempos, your time changes here, your recording metronome if you want to playback metronome. You can do punch in, punch out real easy on this one. Just, select and then, punch it in if you want to do that. Or you can set a loop if you're wanting to listen to something repeatedly. The other thing I really do like about it is it does show your performance. So it actually shows you, your hard drive and memory, how much you're using. And then the other thing I really like about Cakewalk when it comes to exporting, you don't have to bounce it to something to export it because you can actually just bounce the whole project or you can bounce a selection. You can either select one track, you can select one section of a track, and then you can export it to multiple options. So you have, AIFF, you've got lossless, you've got FLAC, MP3, you can do ORG Vorbis, standard waveform, or Windows Media. Why you would use Windows Media, no clue. But that option is there. So you can actually directly create an MP3. And what it'll do is also bring up where you can add the ID3 tag and actually, set up the tag for the metadata for the MP3 that you're setting up. And that does have options. You can set it as an OMF, which is Open Media Framework. That's basically if you have like MIDI files and stuff, but you don't have the actual MIDI information, you just want the notation part of it, you can open that up in other DAWs and it'll carry on the notation and the effects that go with it. So you can do the entire mixed MP3. I mean, there's just a lot of options that you can go through when it comes to exporting, which I really Did it just kick me out? It kicked me out, didn't it? I really hate this thing sometimes. Come on, camera. I guess my camera's not working today. Yay! Hooray! I love my camera. It's fun. Hooray! Like it, my camera, I love it. Anyway, so let me present back again since it decided to be weird. Okay, here we go. Back again. All right. On the other side here, you can add in media if you want to set up your library. If you're doing a lot of sampling and using samples, you can set up your sample library here. Here on the right side, your plugins. You have audio effects, MIDI effects, your instruments, and then any rewire devices like Melodyne or anything like that, or that you can use. You got a note section if you really want to get pedantic. And all these modules can be moved around, so you can make it a great. You can have two screens going at the same time. So I usually, on my right monitor, I'll have the piano roll and the console, and then on the left side I've got this screen right here that has all the note data. So I'm actually going to delete these two tracks because I don't need them at the moment, because I just want to start fresh. So let's see. We've got several options to start with. We can start drums. We can start getting a bed to it. We can use any kind of synths we want. I mean, I've got quite a few that I've downloaded over the years. And all of these are actually free, I think, for the most part. I think only one I've ever paid for was B2 or B42, which is a Native Instruments Hammond B3 simulator, which I've always liked. And I've got VST Sound Font. This is what I use, the Sound Font 64. This is what I use for the GoldenEye tracks. Or if I eventually will get around, I do want to get the Super Mario 64 sound fonts because there's a lot of fun sounds in that one that you can do. The one I was really disappointed in, though, was WCW versus NWO Revenge. I thought that would have better sounds in it, but it actually really doesn't. It just doesn't have a lot of options, unfortunately. So let's see. Let's start with... let's go up to my synths here. Synth Master Player. This is KVSI something. I can't remember the name of it. But we're going to just set, and here's where you can actually set your synth options. Like with the sound fonts, I usually set 16 because that's the maximum number of sounds you can use with the sound fonts at one time. But we're just going to start with just one track. And okay. Then it's going to bring up our options. And I'm going to have to figure out if this will let out, if you guys can actually hear this out there. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, hey, it actually showed it. So you can actually see the synth here. So it has a lot of options. And this is actually the free version. So KV331 audio. This is the free version. There is a paid version that does have a lot more tweaking options. But even then, on the bass stuff on here, I found a lot of stuff that I actually quite like using. That I've used on a lot of tracks for the last album, the current album that I'm working on, Electronic Music 2, Digital Boogaloo. No, Tulsa. I don't have a theremin. I don't know if they even have a good theremin patch, because you'd almost just need a ribbon controller for that one, just because of how weird it is. Clinton House, hey buddy, good to see you come in. So let's see here. Let me know if you guys can hear this. I don't know if that's playing out to you guys or not, so let me know. Can anyone hear that? Just want to make sure. No. Okay, so we got to figure out how this is gonna work here. All right. How to share it where you guys get the audio? Well, this is the one thing I'm always trying to learn new stuff about, is how to why won't it let me share audio on that? I don't know. Yeah, but it doesn't give me that option in StreamYards now. It does on the tab, but it doesn't let me do it on the actual window, which is very strange. You'd think it would let me do so, but no, it's being weird. Let's see. I can hear it on my end just perfectly fine. No, it's not sharing. I've got OBS pulled up, and so it should be sharing the audio there. So I've got the desktop audio turned on. Well, that's just annoying, because I really wanted to show you guys what all the stuff is on here. So why won't let me share it? Well, that's just annoying. Yeah, Clinton, it is. It's only faster than probably Pro 9. that's for dang sure. But, well, shoot. I don't know why I won't share that audio. What's it giving me all sorts of weird stuff on here? Let me check my task manager, make sure that nothing else is running weird. No, nothing running weird there. Well, this is a conundrum. I don't understand why it's doing these weird things. It should be working just fine. I got this. No, that's not it. Screen window. I wonder if I have to shut OBS off, because it's not really doing anything for me at the moment. Let me shut that off and see if that helps. All right, let's try it again. All right, any sound coming out of there? Nothing? Well, darn. Well, that doesn't. Oh, can you actually can't hear something? Well, you hear the thumping on my microphone. Well, gosh, dang it. That's really annoying. Because that's really what I wanted to do on the stream was actually just kind of make some music while we're sitting here chatting like old friends, but I can't share it with you. And that makes me sad. That makes me so sad. Well, then, I wonder if I'm going to have to eventually just run a separate cable output from my computer to the Rodecaster to get it to finally go out, which is backwards. I'll have to look into Restream, though, because StreamYards is really annoying me. I'm not liking it very much, just because of these kind of issues. Let's see here. Well, then. I don't know why it wouldn't let me just share my desktop audio. Now, let me try something here. I want to see if it's maybe just Cakewalk doesn't work this way. I'm going to play something in another program. Let's see if it doesn't. Yeah, I may have to look into that one, Mr. DJ Access. So we may have to do another DJ stream tonight because it looks like the program I had set for tonight is not going to be doing what I wanted to do. But let's see if this works. So it may be a Cakewalk with StreamYard's issue. All right, let me know if you guys can hear this. Of course. Yay, Streamlabs. I mean, why? Here's the annoying thing. So when I open up a tab, it says share tab audio. That's clicked. That's fine. On Windows, it doesn't even give me the option. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we should do this. Maybe I've got a way around it. Let's try just doing the entire screen. Okay, so this is just me. All right. Let me know if you can hear this. Any hearing the drum in there? Oh, hey, good. So it won't let me share the window. I have to do the entire screen. So, hooray! Hooray! All right, so let's go through some of the simpler. Let's see what I want to listen to. Now, bear in mind, I am not a master piano player, so it's going to be wonky, just so you know. That's not too bad. I don't mind that too much, but let's see. Let's keep going. Let's kind of mess around here. See what we like. That's new. Not a fan of that. ahead. Getting better. I kind of like that. I have to keep that one in mind. Electric Keys, number 737. Let's see. Yeah, I have a lot of these, Clinton. I actually do. I have a lot of 80 synths styles on here. But yeah, that's the synth master player. The one I really like using for drums is where is it? I think it's Extender Drums, and I do like you can categorize your VSTs, so if you makes it easier to find them when you're looking for them. But I really like too, because it's like doing the hi-hat separately. But yeah, this is a DR84. It's an old school drum machine, but it's the drums on this that I love. Ooh, I like that. One thing to keep that. So let's do some drums. On Cakewalk, the easiest way to set what way I set up is you just right click on the metronome, and it'll bring up where you can actually set back your count in. So I always like to set up a couple measures for count in and recording, just so I have it. There's the plot and close, and this has also all of your preferences. So you can go in and set your VST settings, photo locations, metronome, your record options. If you want it to be a destructive re-record, or record over and it gives you multiple takes. So a lot of good options, and they're all in one space, which I like. So I'm gonna make these a little bigger so we can see them. And then of course the nice thing is just right here, without having to go to the console, you can go in and add if you want to add audio effects to it. You set up your FX chains, your bypass rack. If you want to set those up there, that's the easiest spot to do it, other than the console screen. So let's see, what tempo do we want? What's 120? That's a good tempo. I think we'll stick with that. So let's do a little bass line, shall we? Little drum and bass going on. So you can set a record. Oh no, wrong channel. That's a record there, and then just gives you the count in for two measures. And then usually the first thing I do is under the process tab. This is where I usually will set my scale velocity to 100 even, just to keep it even. And then when I want to go in and I'm going to do dynamics, I can do it after the fact. And then I'll go in and I'll quantize it. These are all short notes. So I'm going to set the note durations for 16. And of course, you can set it to multiple resolutions. So I'll keep it on my 16. Yeah. I don't like a lot of the modern cymbal sounds that they use. They're just kind of meh. But we can go in here and let's see how it turned out. I may have to do some manual adjusting, so let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to do some manual adjusting. So I'm going to open up my views, and I can go to my piano roll, and I'm going to bring it back over here so you guys can see it. And I'm going to set my grid down a little bit more. A little bit smaller. Oop, wrong button. Let's see where I messed up. Ah, there it is. New one was off. The nice thing is with the grid on, it'll slide it to the correct note, so it's not going to be off time. There's always one. The quantize is never perfect, unfortunately. It was close there. It was close. I don't want to use this hiding over here. Yeah, they do quite a bit. There's something to be said for simplicity and just not having a whole lot going on. I mean, you got to have some space open for things to happen. All right, so we got some drums there. We're going to need some hi-hat, and the hi-hat on this one. I hate it when it's not on the pad, but so we're thinking 16ths or 8ths on this. Let's see what it sounds like. We'll just loop it so it'll keep playing. Oh, this helps. I just now noticed that was off on the end there. Okay, it's at 4. Just gotta slide it all over. Do the electric slide. Yeah, you gotta use the whole breadth of the spectrum. You've got to have panning, and you can't just have everything dead center. Oh yeah, yeah. Although I mean, Actual F is still the goat of synth tunes. So let's get back to some hi-hats here. So we got no hi-hat. Let's see what it sounds like with 8s. Like that. Yeah, I think we're going to go with 8s there. 16s are just a little too fast for that speed. So just got to arm it again. you always want to scale velocity and quantize it just to make sure it's fitting right. This one shouldn't have the timing issues the last one did. Nope. Take out that last one just so we can get a clean break at the 4 measure mark. And of course, the other thing I like about it is for me being a musician, I like to have it in measures. You can set your time to hours, minutes, seconds if you want to, or samples or milliseconds. But like I said, I'm the old school guy. I still like to have my beats and measures in my tunes. So let's see. Tasty? We like that? Let's see. All right, so let's go back to our synth player. And the nice thing with this one is if you turn off your the synth controller, you can always just click right here on the little piano key next to the track number, and that'll bring you right back up to what you were doing. So let me set my loop. I'm liking that one now on this one. Those are all effects, and then they don't really sound as good. I like that. Well, let's add that in for a little bit of some tasty here. So an armor track. We just build it. We layer upon layer upon layer, and then we can go back in and make our tweaks, do our paintings, add effects. And so this is kind of really my process of building these electronic tracks is, finding the bass part of it, the main hook, and then just adding things as we go, and then building and expanding, adding an intro, making sure if we want to do an A-B part, if we're doing an ABC, just how we build it from there. I just always like to get that main hook, and then they can build it from there. So I want to set my velocity. And I want to make sure to turn off note durations, or it's going to make it a 16th note, which would be annoying. So far we've got that's a good base to work from. So the question is next is we can go old school. We can go, there's a lot of different ways we can go with this one. Let's see, what synth did I want to use on this one? So we've got a couple of different options. Let's pull up Dext. Dext is a Yamaha DX7. And I actually haven't figured out, there is a way to load. Yeah. It's finding the really, for me, it's finding the starting sound and then just building around it. And really that's how I write regular music. If I'm playing on a guitar or a bass or something like that, when I get that initial sound that I want, And then I just build it out from there. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. So this is the Dex. This is the like it's a DX7. There are other patches you can download for this that Yamaha had made over the years. So I just haven't figured out quite how to do that yet. But let's see what we got here. It's a little too soft. I want something a little. Maybe we'll come back to that one. That's just a sound effect. I'm still learning a lot of the settings on here. I don't like that one. So it looks like an old clavinet. Yeah. Oh, that. Oh, that's a tasty one. That sounds like Twin Peaks, the Laura Palmer theme. Yeah, I like a little bit of crackle in it. There we go. Yeah, let's add some of that. That's tastier than potato chips on a cold night. So let's see how it works. Let's put our loop in and it's the tuning's off. Oh, there we go. That's been better. Woo, a little bend there. I liked it. All right, so let's add that in. Let's make sure she's correct. And I'm going to go back in and actually clean this up. Make sure it's I just got to scroll because it's higher. You went too far, son. Always like to make sure it gets right up. Oh, I don't want to add an extra. Why adding extra notes? Sometimes this thing likes to be weird. I'm not sure why. Okay, maybe it's just the markers just being weird. Oh, for some reason it recorded it twice. Okay. That was strange. Okay. Yeah, we're back up on the 5-1. Nothing extraneous hanging around. All right, let's see how that worked. nice. I like that. That's some tasty, tasty. All right, now we need a baseline. And for that one, where is my orbits? There it is. This has got some good, tasty, vintage sounding basses in it. If it'll load. Hopefully it doesn't crash on me. Because that would just be my luck. I finally get the damn thing to work, and then it crashes. You know how that goes. Could be. Could be. I do want to thank DJ Access Clinton and Tulsa for hanging around with me tonight. It's still loading. Yeah, unfortunately, Orbits does take a while. Yeah. Well, the nice thing with Cakewalk is you can reset the tempo, especially with working in MIDI, and it does it'll readjust automatically, which is nice. There it is. It's just taking Orbits a while to pull up. So that's not what I'm looking for. A little too short. Oh, thank you, Clint. I appreciate that. Actually, I want to actually finish this off and actually make it, because I kind of want to do one of these production, streams, once, every other month or so, just to have fun and play around and get some ideas from the crowd. Actually, I do need to save this. Let me see. What I want to save this as. Cakewalk. Let's call this. One. So there, it's saved. Okay, saved. And let's see. Clint had a good idea. Let's bump this down to 110. See what it sounds like. What's up, Mr. Jim? I like how it warbles at the end. All right. Let's see. I'll be on that one. All right, let's play around the bass line, shall we? Bring down some of these a little bit so we can actually hear the other parts of the track going on here. All right, let's see what magic can happen with this. So I'll arm that one. A lot of warble for some reason. I don't know if my controller's being weird or not, but that's it. We can always tweak it. And sometimes it likes to do really weird stuff, like add in other tracks that aren't there, which I'm noticing it's doing. So let's see here. I'm going to have to go through the event list on this one after the fact and clear out some stuff that it's liking to do weirdly. I want to process, I want to scale velocity it. Quantize on. Gosh. Quantize your notes. Tina, eat your food. I said, I don't know why I added this whole chord here that's not supposed to be there. That's weird. I don't know why I did that. I just wanted to be weird. And clean up my notes. That's a little too far. Add that extra note back in, and there should have been there. All right, let's make sure we're good here. All right. Yeah, I don't know why my mod wheel would be activated. I don't have it on my controller, but I'm also doing this on a live stream, so technology is going to be weird. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through the event list and figure out why the mod wheel's popping on when it shouldn't. But, you know, that's cleanup for later down the road. I'm just trying to get the basic hook picked out here. No, that's right where. Close you. Close my console for just a little bit so I have a little more room to see. That's the other problem trying to do this on one single screen. It gets a little crowded. Let's see. What else can we throw on here? Let's see what our Fury 800 is going to have for us. And I know Tulsa will like this one because this is a recreation of his Poly 800 Korg. I don't know what a female ooh sounds like anymore, Tulsa. It's been a few years. Sorry. I could not help myself. Yeah. But so far, this has been awesome. Yeah, well, it's not the full version; it's the free version. So you know, but there's a great super audio card by Impact Soundworks that recreates a lot of the old video game sound chips. So it's got NES, SNES, Genesis, Atari. I think it's got Commodore 64. It's got Game Boy Color. But it only works through contact. So I gotta, have that player to be able to use those. But let's see. We got our Fury 800 here, and for some reason, it's wanting to play two sounds at once, which I don't like. Maybe later. Let's see what else we got. Well, how did there, Scrambles? Long time no see. Oh wait, you were on the show lot. You were in the chat last night on ETEP stuff. But anyway, good to see you guys. Good to see you here. Say Q's Pina, maybe. Figaro. Let's put that around for that for a little bit. Let's put our loop back on, and let's see what happens. Everything else is jacked up so much in the mix. Let's bring you all down here a little bit. And I can tweak you after the fact, which is nice. Let's bring you all down. Because you're all kind of just blending in really hard for some reason. Not sure why. Again, yeah, trying to stream this and do it at the same time. Weird things happen when you stream and play music at the same time. All right. That needs a little bit, some tweaking here. A little more volume. Oh, I will, Jeff. I usually just do that kind of once I got everything planted where I want it, then I'll start to play it with it spatially so I can mix it in. I just kind of trying to actually just kind of build the track as we go. So, yeah, and we're kind of getting close towards the end of the time. So, but I definitely will work on this and present it once it's finished on stream and everyone can see the finished result of what we've built here together as a musical community. But I didn't do it like that. I don't know if I want to go mine in there or not. Let's see. We can add a little bit and tweak it down the road. So we'll do one more ad here, and then we'll wind her down for the evening and do that. So yeah, well, I'm definitely going to set up a playlist for just the stuff that's the production streams, so people can actually see that, because I would like to do a Pro Tools one, but my Pro Tools copy is so old it likes to really mess up, and it doesn't like running when other things are running at the same time. So that may be something I might not be able to pull off with, unless Restream does it better, which I'm gonna look into Restream definitely, because StreamYards and I have not had a good relationship here as of late. So let's get this last one in, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right. Okay, that just sounded really weird for some reason. Whew! That mod wheel is just deciding to go up my butthole on that one. So I may hold off and do that one later, but at least I've got the synth saved in here. So let's save this so make sure we don't lose it. But I did want to thank everyone for hopping on tonight. I know it's kind of we're a small but mighty little channel here at Forgotten One Music. But then again, also don't remember, we are sponsored by Coffee Brand Coffee. I gotta shill it, guys. I mean, come on, they're being nice enough to let little tiny channels have affiliations. So you can't not try to make extra money on the side. So, but again, coffeebrandcoffee.com. Use the promo code CJP for 10% off your order. They've got a lot of great coffee options. Got a lot of tea options. They've got K-cups. They've got your coffee hookup if you're addicted to the grindage of the beans. So again, they get the pumpkin pie and they get the spice jack-o'-lantern. That's what they got coming out this month. But yeah, so definitely wanted to thank everyone for coming out and checking it out, and I do appreciate that, Mr. DJ Access and Mr. Clinton House and Jeff Carrico and Master Tulsa for coming in and joining me on this musical journey. We will definitely do it again. I do not have a guest set up for next week yet, but we're going to work on that. I may actually see if I can get Paul on and actually help us figure out our audio issues on live stream so we can actually let other people know how to get this stuff to work, because this should not be this hard. Technology's gotten so much better than the jerry rigging I had to do back in the day to get a guitar line recorded. So it's just one of those things, But again, like and subscribe to the channel. Share it with other people. If you have people that you think would be a great fit for a guest, be they music producer, artist, someone in the music space, or someone who's knowledgeable about a particular genre or things like that. Put them in the comments after the live stream ends. Of course, plus all that feeds the algorithm. So definitely hit that like button, subscribe, share the channel, and if you know people that would be a great fit, let them know and have them reach out to me. My DMs are open. Just don't slide the nasty stuff in it, because I can't take that stuff anymore. It doesn't work for me. But I do want to thank everyone for coming out and joining me tonight. And we will definitely see you next week. Once I do have a guest ready, I'll have an announcement on the channel, on the community tab, and on Twitter. So definitely come out, join me again, my musical minions. And just remember, just keep making music. You all have a wonderful evening.